When teaching golfers of various skill levels, I often find that the reason for their lack of distance lies more in their swing technique than in their slow club speed. The reason excellent players hit farther than us is not only due to their physical differences, but also because they use their 7-iron like our 5-iron. If you can just reduce your launch angle by 4 degrees, you will be able to hit shots that travel more than one club, farther than you do now. Reducing by 4 degrees means trying to create a lower launch angle. Most golfers believe that a pro-like, hand-first motion is necessary at impact to achieve a low launch angle. But do professionals create this hand-first motion while hitting the ball at the moment of impact? Not at all. If you are pulling your hands in to create this motion, you likely haven't thrown the club, which would have reduced the club's speed, and as a result, this motion wouldn't have occurred. So, what should you do? Stand confidently to the right of the target and try to hit the ball so that it rolls low towards the target. At first, position the ball slightly to the right of your usual spot, which means the golfer will be positioned ahead of the ball, right. At this point, when throwing the club head, I am referring to the snap of the right hand and the feeling of snapping as if you were simply whipping. By using this snap, along with the mara, zoom of the left hand, you can cover the club face. It is important to adjust the club face so that the body does not interfere with the covering motion, allowing the ball to be hit low. Aim boldly to the right of the target, and the club face should move along with this aim. This will result in the club face being open relative to the target line. In this position, when throwing the club pad, use the snap of the right hand and the mara jim of the left hand simultaneously to hit the ball low towards the target direction. From my perspective, the intention is to hit a low draw. The shot I just hit had a launch angle of about 10 degrees, which is much lower than the launch angle I usually achieve with a 7-iron shot. When you start to feel that good sensation of hitting the ball low, you should adjust your stance, which was initially aimed to the right, more towards the target. At this point, continue to use the snap of your right hand and the mara jim of your left hand to throw the club while confidently covering the club face to find your direction. If I demonstrate this process, I will adjust my stance, which was aimed to the right, more towards the target, and throw the club freely. If you find that when you execute this, the ball starts to fly more severely to the left than mine, do not reduce the degree to which you cover the club face. Simply start the shot more to the right. By covering the club face more and approaching from the inside, it won't be too difficult to align your direction towards the target. The power applied to the ball must have changed. This is the process through which I teach the release. To improve your golf swing, it's important to adjust your stance, which was initially aimed to the right, to better align with the intended target direction. This adjustment should be done while still feeling free to close the club head as needed. In the process of practicing your release, if you find that you end up hitting the ball way to the left, similar to my shot just now, it's a common occurrence among many golfers. Most golfers, when faced with this situation, will instinctively try to recover their direction by reducing the degree to which they overturn the club face. This is a natural reaction as they attempt to correct their swing path and achieve a more accurate shot. It's crucial to understand that this adjustment process is part of the learning curve and helps in refining your overall technique. By consistently practicing these adjustments, you can gradually improve your swing accuracy and control, leading to better performance on the course. I confidently tried to close the club face. Very severely. I used the snap of my right hand and the marigem of my left hand to cover the club pad. As I mentioned, the ball can end up going left, resulting in a complete misalignment. In this case, most golfers will try to reduce the degree of closing the club face while maintaining a square position. You might think that the hand movement is excessive, but this is why they struggle to master the full release. Players can create a lower launch angle and hit farther with the same club, not because of their hand-first motion, but because they are covering the head during the downswing. This results in an impact where the ball is struck with a rounded left hand. When trying to hit the ball low, the wrist and back of the hand may appear in a certain way, but it is not this motion that causes the ball to go low. As I just mentioned, what I really want to emphasize in this video is that during the impact phase, creating a hand-first motion or a rounded left hand does not make the ball go low and far. Rather, it is the attempt to hit low that gradually leads to a hand-first position. And it doesn't take a long time. You just need to stand at the tee, recognize the target, and at the top of your backswing, use the snap of your right hand and the rotation of your left hand simultaneously to cover the club face. While there may be shots that go to the left, it is important to gradually become more aware of the target and consistently align your actions towards it to establish direction. The young golfer will learn the hand-first motion while accomplishing the mission of hitting the ball low, as suggested by his father. As a result, he will be able to achieve this. To hit farther with the same club and the same club speed, you need to create a slightly lower launch angle than you currently have. Lowering it by just 4 degrees can result in an additional club distance. The intention of this swing applies equally to all clubs. Place the ball in your usual position, where you feel comfortable, and always have the intention to hit low. At the top of your backswing, practice using the snap of your right hand and the motion of your left hand to throw the club face in a closed position, which will help you achieve a hand-first impact.